Here's Walker. Chuckle. Danso knocks that back, and now Gallagher. It's going nowhere fast though.
Well, again, it's one of them, you're looking at that, fantastic, picking up second balls, Odebear alive, anticipating it as well. Danso's going to win a majority of those headers.
Spurs have won their last 4 Premier League encounters with Burnley and 6 of their last 7, but Kyle Walker snaps onto that. Okechukwu. He's done all right here, and he's found Spence. Twanzebe brought that run to an end, but Florentino took his time there. Now the flag is up for offside.
Well, he's not going to get that time, Florentino. You know, you've got to make sure, get that contact, and then can you play it forward? A little bit of quality, but again, good pressure without the ball there. Good reaction. Jed Spence wanted the ball played earlier. It was a tight one.
Thomas Frank lost on his previous visits here with Brentford, and on his first visit in the Premier League, they were 3-0 down after 36 minutes, hoping for a different story today. Danso was always fancying that. Solanke. Bashir Humphreys and Maxime Esteve moved in there, and that will be a free kick now for Jadon Anthony.
Yeah, he knew the challenge was coming, just tried to roll his man there. But you like the intensity from Tottenham without the ball, really forcing the issue, aren't they?
Here's Odebear, former Burnley player, just touched away by Humphreys, and Lucas Perez found a way out to Florentino. Edwards, this is looking good. If Burnley can advance, neat pass for Edwards, but Okechukwu stepped in.
Oh, look at that, 3 players round about and forcing the issue there. Better here.
It's Lucas Perez, Breuer with his arm in the air, but the cross was woeful. Never reaching anyone, let alone him. Danso striding with purpose.
Yeah, I think both teams without the ball are showing that energy, hunting in numbers as well.
Pedro Porro will take this throw. Basuma showed. Now Van der Ven. Spence seeing a lot of the ball early on. Van der Ven. Porro. Odebear down the line. Perez in the way.
Yeah, they're moving it well, aren't they? Moving it quickly as well. I think they can miss someone out, try and shuffle that Burnley side across. They're getting across them, they're compact, they're shuffling across pretty well, but can Tottenham just move it that little bit quicker? Missing players out, try and cause that little bit more of an issue.
Okechukwu strong. And now Anthony feeding Breuer. Anthony and Edwards getting themselves in the box. Here's Edwards. He got the cross in. Breuer was there, and the flag goes up for offside, and it's not going to count for Lucas Perez.
Yeah, it's excellent build-up play. Like I said, I think as soon as he takes it onto his right, can he get the shot away there? But it's a great little pick out from Brozier. Yeah, he's massively offside, isn't he, Perez? He's just got to switch on, get back on side. There wasn't enough power on the cross itself to Breuer to actually kind of trouble the carry on the Tottenham goal.
Can't believe they're actually having a long look at this one. There we go.
Just has to be switched on there, Perez. You know, I think once Marcus Edwards cuts back, you've got to make sure that you're on side, be alive to that second phase again.
He hasn't kept it in, Jed Spence.
So unlucky there as well, read the flight of the ball very well. Kyle Walker has to do better defensively. That was a tight one there, tight call for the linesman.
Edwards brings Perez into it. Anthony on the outside, and he will use him. Jadon Anthony saw off Porro. Gallagher with a block.
Well, it's excellent build-up play as well. Connor Gallagher's done a bit. Yeah, it's poor, isn't it? Turn them, get it over behind. Quality from Pedro Porro there.
Solanke. He's on his way here, but the Stev tips him to it.
Had to be strong in the challenge of the Stev. Position is always usually very good.
Burnley fans showing their appreciation for Maxime Stev. Edwards. Humphreys. It's gone out for a Tottenham throw.
Yeah, just guilty of overplaying there, and that ball's in behind me. You look at that defensive unit of Tottenham trying to step up. It allows them to keep that pressure on, trying to get the head down, but sometimes Bashir Humphreys just a little bit of quality into the left channel there. He's going to have a willing runner and Jadon Anthony in front of him.
Spurs have actually lost 4 of their last 8 matches against teams in the relegation zone, including West Ham and painfully so at home last week. Burnley pressing. Danso. And it's kept in, but Kevin Danso onto it. Now a chance for Spurs to progress. Van de Ven. Simons not backed by Transebi. Conor Gallagher gets the throw.
And he reads the game so well, Conor Gallagher. He picks up a majority of his second balls, but he's here, there, he's here, there, he's there, he's everywhere. But that's what he's on his front foot, he's anticipating every opportunity.
A welcome addition to the Tottenham ranks for sure. Solanke, shadowed by Transebi. Spence nipped in front of Walker. Anthony calm. Stev likewise. Humphreys. Spurs coming back. Porro's cross.
All comes from Danso. Now on his front foot, take it in the chest. I don't think that's a bad ball, Pedro Porro, at all. He's done ever so well. A little bit more movement from Solanke, possibly wants it to feet. I think he's got to go in between both centre backs there and try and get that contact. I don't think it's a bad ball at all.
Burnley are actually on their best unbeaten run of the season, albeit only 3 games. Those draws against Manchester United and Liverpool, and an FA Cup win. And a resounding 1-2 against Millwall. But it's wins they need in the Premier League. Here's Romero. Solanke on the chase here. Dubravka's coming out. Romero's going to have to deal with this, but does so in a composed manner. Kept in by Danso. Now Breuer. Now Edwards. And the offside flag had gone up.
Well, you're just looking at this again on the front foot. Perez done it ever so well. I think there is a little contact on Marcus Edwards once he releases it. But like you say, Armando Broja, you just got to be alive to it. Can you get yourself back on side? And he is. He's just off here. Looking at that. The left foot. Tight one, but good. Pressure on the front foot. Burnley without the ball. Tottenham a little bit guilty there. Trying to overplay. Sometimes just put your foot through it. Turn that defensive unit of Burnley.
Being checked by Craig Pawson on VAR. It's the penalty that's being checked, but they'll surely have to check the attacking phase of play as well. Offside is confirmed.
Yeah, when you look at that initial ball from Perez into Armando Broja, he's offside. You can see it clearly, isn't it? I think there is contact on Marcus Edwards, but you look at the...
Chukwu. Romero. Conor Gallagher now for Pedro Porro. Hoda there nearby. Gallagher. Pedro Porro was well advanced as usual there, but it never got near him. Gallagher, Porro. Here's Bissouma, showing some intent here. Hoda with a cross. Away by Transibi, but it's going to be picked up by Van der Ven. Spence. Van der Ven had moved inside, so Spence having to go back to Romero. And all the way back to the keeper from an attacking position.
Yeah, you're looking at Jed Spence. I think he has an opportunity to put the ball in the box.
Interception was important there from Gallagher. Simons, Spence.
Scott Parker will be happy with what he's seen. I think without the ball, compact, hard to play through as well, but very, very quickly there's a catalyst that they can go and press and try and force that issue, and they have on occasion had a lot of joy from that. hand if you're looking at Solanke. You just want crosses coming in. I think there's been some really good opportunities. Jess Spence has turned down a couple. Odebel's put some good balls in. Pedro Porro as well from that right hand side.
Twazibi's header. Clear foul by Pedro Porro on his opposite number 23.
See, I think his positioning is excellent. I think just put your body against, don't put any force in it. The ball's always going to go over your head. But you know, the way that he likes to play, that intensity.
So Lucas Perez over this. Will there be an opportunity here for Burnley? We tend to find goals hard to come by. Kyle Walker will send it in. Esteve. Humphreys trying to keep that alive. Walker has to be wary of Simons, and is.
Again, I don't think it's a bad free kick. Esteve keeps it alive. Bashir Humphreys in the box. Can you take it down to your chest there? Just be aware of your surroundings.
Edwards. Ogachukwu.
I think Van de Ven's marshalled Edwards very, very well. He's not really asked that question in behind. He's coming to face, he's presenting himself all the time.
Here's Romero in the hunt for more goals. Spence away by Walker. Romero for Bissouma. Simons. Spence. Simons. Oh, it's right on the edge of the area.
Just everything about it is just outstanding. I think the touch, he knows Jess Spence has to fire it in. His first touch just to take it away from Marcus Edwards is outstanding. And then he's just silly, that little touch, he's just waiting for the contact. Marcus Edwards, there's no reason to give that foul away there. A little clip of the heel it was as well.
Spurs are hoping this could be one of the moments in this match. Martin Dubravka sorting out his wall. Evan Danso comes across for a word. Romero, Van de Ven also in there, but will they go for goal? Pedro Porro focused on this free kick. What can he offer here? Oh, into the side netting. That was a close call.
Very close, that close. He was actually running, wasn't he? He was off. It's fantastic technical ability as well. I've got to say, Dubravka was rooted as well. He was beaten there if it was on target.
I was about to go for it as well, but the wrong side of the post.
Just the movement, just to be able to get it up and down from that distance, that angle. Fantastic technical ability.
Solanke. Spence. Bissouma. Done so now. Here is Porro. Odebert. Back on familiar territory. Cario.
Yeah, he's got options, hasn't he? I think Porro's always, I think Bissouma's been excellent in this game. Just the positions, the little pockets that he finds. Very rarely, if any, gives the ball away. Second balls again.
Danso, Odegaard. Danso made up some ground. And he's a man on a mission at the moment. Danso, now Spence. Simons, and it's a goal kick off him.
Yeah, it's good defending then from Kyle Walker, but fantastic from Danso. You know, he's driving forward. Okay, he gives the ball away, but it's a reaction again, just to go force the error and keep that pressure on, keep Tottenham on the front foot. I think just the quality of pass just needs to be better, a little bit more of an angle. It's an easy one for Kyle Walker to try and get a contact there.
Spurs beat Burnley 3-0 on the opening day of the season. The Richarlison double. 2 good goals from him, one of which was spectacular. Venomous volley. But he's one of so many notable absentees for Tottenham right now. Thomas Frank, Spurs' 6th different manager in 7 seasons. Surely they have to stick with one soon.
I think stability brings success. I mean, you know, when you look at it, the players and what they expect, the information they're getting, how you recruit.
Porro. Odegaard. Basuma. Now for Simons. It's brilliant. Chukwu. But Simons has it back. And Spurs come again. It's going to be another free kick.
There's just no need for Florentino to make the challenge. Simons does it so well, and it all comes from Marcus Edwards coming back towards his own goal. Turn, get your man. You've got that low centre of gravity. Close control, attack, but fantastic from Simons there. It's just a silly to go to ground as well. There's no need.
Stay on your feet. Well, it's not far from where the last one was taken, but a bit more range on it for Pedro Porro. Once again, Danso comes across for a word. So, feeling of deja vu, a free kick in this area, but will it be a different outcome? The last one into the side netting. Stare at the ball from Pedro Porro. Here he comes, and Dubravka flies across to save it.
I just think from that distance as well, he can give it a little bit more power. I do think that Dubravka was comfortable there. It was a comfortable save, but again, it just shows you that accuracy. Pedro Porro, good quality there.
Basuma. And so, under pressure from Jadon Anthony. It's actually gone out for a Burnley throw.
Well, I do think Danso has an opportunity just to pass the ball forward as soon as he takes that other touch. Just gives Jadon Anthony that opportunity to go and put that pressure on. I still think Danso then can come back to Vicario.
Has to be careful because Spence moved in sharp. Solanke kept it from Florentino, but then gave it away. Will there be some movement here for Burnley? In the wrong way at the minute.
Yeah, again, it's excellent play, isn't it? Brozier's in an excellent position, but he comes back.
Breyer. Look at Chukwu. It's Jadon Anthony. Kyle Walker looking to make it happen.
Well, getting Pedro Porro, fantastic defensive position as well, had to make the contact. It's an excellent ball in. We're talking about recycling it, bodies in the box. Defensively, Tottenham done the job. It had to be a Tottenham contact.
Suma. He's had a long wait to return from injury as well, although he did see some action at AFCON for Mali. Jeff Spence. Happy to take on Kyle Walker here.
Just shows you the experience, just that little touch, that little contact. Jeff Spence, I think it's a good running race as well. He can move. And that's what I expect from him out in that position. Can you be direct, take your man on every opportunity?
Looks like offside here against Marcus Edwards, but there's no flag yet. Now there will be. But Tottenham have the ball, so they can just get on with it.
I think that's where he should be though, Marcus Edwards, playing on the shoulder, asking that question.
Half an hour played at Turf Moor. Scott Parker, 2 years, a Tottenham player of the year in his first season there. Another of his former clubs are the next visitors here to Turf Moor, West Ham. And if you think this one's important today, how about that one? West Ham winners earlier against Sunderland. This is neat from Odebat. Porro, Gallagher, Spence coming in. Solanke actually got there ahead of him.
It's end product, that's what you want. Good build-up play as well. Just a cross from Gallagher. Can he take a little bit off it, maybe take a touch and try and put a little bit more pace, a little bit more accuracy.
And then will halt Edwards' progress.
It's excellent defending.
He's not bad at it, to be fair.
No, he's standing, isn't it? Just the positions he picks up, but it's in that transitioning. I think he's excellent. Goes forward, passes forward, that right pass. Majority of the time.
Porro. Here's Romero. Odegaard. Van de Ven. Slack. It came to nothing.
Jadon Anthony pulling out of a challenge here. I think he's got to make sure he keeps himself strong there. Go and try and contest the ball.
Humphreys. Lucas Perez. Florentino. Suma charged into Ugachukwu there. Now Gallagher. Simons. Can Spurs threaten here? Simons takes the long way round. Van de Ven looked like he was going to have a pop, but instead found Spence. Danso. Porro. Basuma. Danso. Pedro Porro. Odegaard pins it across. Van de Ven almost got a touch. Dubravka elected to punch it away. Simons. Porro again.
Every second ball, keeping the the pressure on. I've got to say, excellent ball in from Odebear as well. Solanke didn't know too much about it. Dubravka has to come out in two hands for me, and he's come out and selected the punch here. He's got to be stronger. Come out, take your man out, Ugachuku, whoever it is, make sure you protect yourself. Two hands on the ball and you claim it.
Martin Dubravka, the Slovakian international who spent over 7 years with Newcastle before making the move to Burnley. Back by Esteve. Simons. Spurs ready to go again here. Ready to ask more questions. Spence went inside after Van de Ven had gone outside for him.
Again, Basuma sees the danger, covers a lot of distance, gets that challenge. I've got to say, Spence, just the ball, has to look at Van de Ven there. He's done everything right, he's took it away. Can he actually cut inside and possibly pass across into the D rather than playing it into the 18-yard box, or give Van de Ven the ball?
10 minutes to half-time, Tottenham looking the more likely. Burnley hoping to offer something soon. Anthony. Humphreys. Florentino. Anthony lost out. Opening up here. And Dubravka forced to deny Odebear an opener against his old club.
Yeah, it's a wonderful strike, isn't it? One that he made all himself as well. He's driving, someone's got to go and commit, go and present themselves there. They kept on backing off. He's thinking, I'll take the opportunity on. I've got to say, it's a wonderful save from Dubravka. He could have used Maximus Step here just to try and bend it round. It was a wonderful strike, isn't it?
Tremendous curl on that, but Dubravka got there. Odebear scored 4 goals for Burnley 2 seasons ago in the Premier League. But Spurs do have a corner. It's Porro to send it right in there. Dubravka punched it again. Odebear pinged it back. Saved. Conor Gallagher following up. And Dubravka saves again, keeping Tottenham out.
It's an excellent ball in, and I've got to say, this is the right decision from Dubravka. Good punch as well. When it comes in, done everything right, gets that contact. What a wonderful strike this is as well. What a save. I've got to see Conor Gallagher goes low and hard. He's got to try and put that into the roof of the net, hasn't he? Lift that one.
Dubravka defiant, but facing another corner. A double save from Burnley's number 1. Shorter corner here for Porro and Odebear. Spence whips it in off the head of Esteve. Romero, and it drops here for Van de Ven with a brilliant finish. Tottenham have been threatening to score. They just did in this match of huge importance for both. It's Spurs who take the lead.
It's an excellent goal. Picking up second balls, anticipating it, and he's been outstanding in Van de Ven. But I want you to look at this scene. Just watch Kyle Walker, how he times the ball from the Maximus Step header. Has to be better. Poor defending. It's an excellent ball in. Maximus Step does his job. Kyle Walker, you cannot jump as early as that. It's poor. But Van de Ven's alive to it, and look at the finish. It's a wonderful strike on the left. I've got to say, Dubravka has no chance at all because he strikes it that cleanly. Wonderful finish there. It's unsighted as well there, Dubravka. Not getting near that one.
Just 12 goals between the goal-scoring centre-halves this season. Mickey Van de Ven and Christian Romero, and that will come as some relief to Thomas Frank's team, who've certainly been the better side and now have something to show for it. He's into double figures for Tottenham goals. are staying up from the Tottenham fans there, so did I. Well, they were in 17th place last season, but the Europa League trophy softened the blow of that. They have a deserved lead at Turf Moor. Well, Christian Romero in recent games, and now Van de Ven. Centre-backs on the score sheet. Kevin Danzo, the third centre-back today. System that was employed against Dortmund.
Yeah, I think it works very well. Look at the likes of Van de Ven. He does like to kind of flot and get himself forward as often as he can, as he's doing at the minute.
Final 5 minutes of the first half. Tottenham ahead.
But Burnley have to come out now, Ian. They can go back to Vicario. Tottenham can slow it down. It's about managing the game. I think Burnley have to take necessary risks now to try and get back into this game. Not really threatening much the latter part of this half.
Solanke did well to hold that up. Simons now, and Spence in a good position, but it's going to Odebear, desperate to score against his old club, but still can't find a way past Dubravka.
Yeah, a little bit fortunate to get the second bite at that one there. He's got good power, but you've just got to find one of the sides. Simons, excellent little ball in, but he's taking it well. Any side of Dubravka there, he's causing him problems.
It's a strong challenge, isn't it?
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
Fantastic from Romero. Hardly unsurprising. Boyer certainly caught Gallagher there, but referee happy to let it go.
Yeah, I never thought there was too much of a contact. I think it was a genuine attempt for the ball.
As you can see, he's back on his feet. That's how dominant Spurs have been, with 10 attempts, 7 of them on target. Just a solitary attempt for Burnley off target. Odebear comes again. Simons with a stray pass, which Humphries is onto, but Simons makes up for it.
That's what I think that was all about, the reaction. Okay, yeah, we know the quality he's got. Silly pass, but go and get it back again.
It's been a good half from Tottenham Hotspur, following up their win over Dortmund in the Champions League. Now they are looking for the insurance of a second goal. I assume they didn't do Gallagher any favours there, but it was a crunching challenge from Mugachukwu.
Well, I think he's a lucky boy, isn't he? Not to get a yellow card here. I think Conor Gallagher can only go back to Bissouma. Mugachukwu had committed early, came through the back of Conor Gallagher there. Never going to get the ball. I'm a little talking to at the minute. Don't mind that, just to change it. In fairness to him there, he is a genuine attempt for the ball, but Conor Gallagher just puts his foot into the path of the challenge to try and protect the ball.
Only Arsenal have a better away record in the Premier League than Tottenham, and they are a goal to the good here with a very good goal from Mickey van der Ven. Cushioned by Esteve for Humphries. There will be, as it stands, 2 minutes added on to this first half. Pedro Porro. Odebear. Skidded under the boot of Christian Romero. Long throw potential from Kyle Walker. Will there be an unexpected opportunity here, gifted Burnley's way? Goes a bit short in the end to Edwards. Now Walker. Jadon Anthony took it on, but Basuma in the way. Humphreys, perfect pass for Walker and a deft touch as well. Will the throw-in go longer this time? There's a few waiting for a cross that never came. Maybe it'll come now from Walker. It does. It's inviting, and it's an equaliser. It's Axel Tuanzebe, and that doesn't happen very often. It's a big blow for Spurs on the stroke of half-time, but Burnley respond and are level.
Well, everything about it. You look at the ball in from Kyle Walker. It's an excellent ball. Tuanzebe, right place, right time. And if you're looking at Vicario, you're looking at Romero, came from nothing, overplaying in the defensive third to give Burnley that opportunity. Clock was ticking down, but you can't take nothing away from Tuanzebe. The ball itself was wonderful. He's found himself unmarked. Someone's got to take responsibility there. Got to make sure you're following your man all the while. Never knew too much about it, off the right shin into that bottom right-hand corner.
That's the league goal of his career. Not quite sure he knew how to celebrate there, to be fair to him. But there's a magnificent reply from Burnley, who will go back on Dubravka's vital saves now, which could have extended Tottenham's lead. An invitation to score sent over by Kyle Walker. Invitation accepted by Axel Tuanzebe. He did score a cup goal in his time at Ipswich, who of course were relegated from the Premier League last season, but he stayed up by moving to Burnley. His first half is drawing to a close. Spence. Not quite half-time yet, but we're waiting for the whistle. And Peter Banks. Obviously the goal added a bit of time on. Well, Burnley had the last word in that first half, a first half that predominantly belonged to Tottenham. A fine opener by Nicky van der Ven, and they'll be kicking themselves that they're not ahead. But a wonderful cross from Kyle Walker got the treatment it deserved from a rather unlikely goal-scoring source in Axel Tuanzebe. And at half-time in the Premier League at Turf Moor, it is Burnley 1, Spurs 1.
Super Kretek. Ini kreteknya super.
Mau voucher belanja 25 juta setiap bulan? Langganan Shopee VIP. Nikmati gratis ongkir instan tanpa batas. Diskon 20% setiap hari dan dapatkan gratis 3 bulan ChatGPT Go. Langganan Shopee VIP sekarang.
Jarum Super Kretek. Ini kreteknya super.
One of the most exciting bicycles performance you'll ever see on the biggest stage on planet Earth. UFC stars are out, they don't come much bigger than this. These are the moments that the fighters live for. Here we go.
Justin Gaethje, the human highlight, the most violent man in the sport.
Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, undefeated in the UFC, but this is the toughest test.
New Jarum Super Kretek. Ini kreteknya super.
여기 왜 왔을까? Slow. Saya tuh punya teman mau ajak teman perempuannya liburan.
Oh, serius loh, mau dikira kebunnya teh.
Hai, Pak.
Pak Bambang,
Sorry.
Gimana ya caranya mempertahankan toko ini?
ya kalau Dek Murni sama Mas belum punya anak, siapa yang mau percaya bisa gitu dipakai.
Mau pesen apa? Gak usah pesan sama Murni. Orang dia gak bagus sama sekali. Gesak. Opo sing domong ki wong-wong kuwi. Ojo dilebok kene ngati. Untuk ya.
Dek Murni, kita usaha lagi kunyit.
Dok, Ibu dikeroki dilet, Dok.
To bring calmness to the chaos. Cherky plays it in. Ibuemo. It's 3-on-2. Semenyo's trying hard to get back. It's Brian Ibuemo. Manchester United lead in the derby. There's Cunha. Dorby's arriving. It's in. It's 2. What a start from Michael Carrick.
Okay, away from Kranzerbi. Trying to weigh up his options. Dubravka trying to shuffle it away. Fierce! You do not save strikes like that. Is there something here for Burnley, I wonder? Edwards. Oh, he's gone for it! And he's found a way through! Burnley level at Anfield.
Enzo Fernandez tried the nutmeg on Damsgaard, he wasn't having that. Diodo, that's casual. Straight to João Pedro! Brilliantly finished. This could well decide the 3 points. It's Palmer. It's 2-0 Chelsea. Torres. It's Mateo. And it spins loose for Barry. Thiago Barry works wonders for Everton. Ampadu crosses in towards Meta! Just like in the reverse fixture! A stoppage time winner! Will Hughes tries again. Robin Roos gets some sort of contact on it. But Jeremy Pino has scored! Mukiele. Robbie let it go! Enzo Lefebvre! Sunderland come from behind at home again! Mickey looking for Robbie! That is brilliant! Sunderland show their spirit again! This to put Bournemouth in front.
striker down. Costellas with the overhead kick. That is absolutely brilliant. West Ham continue to push forward. Somerville one-on-one with Porro, looks to step inside. Somerville still takes the deflection, and West Ham United have the lead. What about Joe Porro? Whips one towards the back post. 1-1. Can West Ham find a winner? Swept in by Scholes, and it's bouncing around. It's in. Callum Wilson makes his mark off the bench. Thomas Frank watches on bewildered.
He ain't that big, he ain't that strong, he ain't that quick. But he's one of your first picks when you get in the final side because he's that good. He shouldn't be doing what he's doing.
Trademark Paul Scholes finish.
You need to call scores with the goals because 1 minute is next year, next minute is disappeared.
It's another stunner for Paul Scholes.
At the time, you just think it's normal because that was the first team I played for. But you ultimately learn that Paul Scholes is a genius with the ball.
Just the most incredible vision, incredible touch. How many different styles and shapes and ways he could pass a ball and shoot, for that matter.
Touched off here, and Scholes!
Scholes is probably the purest, cleanest striker of the ball I've seen.
Scholes! Oh!
And he could do it the most natural out of anyone. He could sit out for 6 weeks, not touch a ball and come back and still hit the ball the same way that before he left. Don't need a warm-up, don't need to work on it and hone that skill. He just had it.
And we're going to have a substitution. Sharp's coming off. And on comes Scholes, who won't be 20 until November. Cantona's in the middle. So too is Scholes. Oh, it's Scholes who scores! His first here this afternoon.
The youth team manager, Eric Harrison, always said you'd be a midfield player. I'd say I doubted it a little bit. I was never the most athletic of people and never the strongest physically. Fitness always wasn't my strength. Running ability wasn't always my strength. But he saw a role in there, and as the years went on, I went to a number 10, I suppose.
He's such a natural talent in front of goal.
He went from someone who could go and score a hat-trick at Newcastle and score 15, 20 goals a season, then morphed into someone who dictated the whole game. And while doing both of those different jobs in a team, no opponent could get near him. Ridiculous, like 2 careers in one.
I love getting in a position in behind the centre forward where I could turn and then have a link with the centre, whoever the centre forward was, whether it was Dwight York, Andy Cole, Ruben Nistelrooy, Teddy Sheringham. We had some amazing forwards to be in that role with, and also it freed me up to get in the box whenever I could as well, which I thought was one of my strengths.
It was a lightning move, and who was on the end of it? Paul Scholes.
He was a very quiet guy, a bit of a silent assassin at times, but he could do almost everything.
Paul Scholes with the most brilliant goal.
I had the best seat in the house. I'm rolling in the ball and saying, Bex is on, Cristiano's on, Nani's on, whoever it is, and he's just taking a touch and going, bang, and don't miss. Like, ridiculous.
When you hear players, international players around the world talk about Paul Scholes and what they thought of him as a player, I think that tells you everything.
It's a dream. It's hard to believe it happened, really, when you look back how lucky I was coming up with 3 or 4, 5, 6 mates, really, at the top level of football you can play in England.
Mau voucher belanja 25 juta setiap bulan? Langganan Shopee VIP. Nikmati gratis ongkir instan tanpa batas. Diskon 20% setiap hari dan dapatkan gratis 3 bulan ChatGPT Go. Langganan Shopee VIP sekarang.
の仕事しっかり見てな。
第一部隊出動だ。行くぜ。互いの頭脳が合わせればたどり着ける。そこに全ての謎の源がある。飛べんぜ。俺らは超スピードの科学で敵をぶっちぎる。お前が答えるまでズタボロにやりよう。お前のは全滅だら寝られたもんだな。
New Jarum Super Kretek. Ini kreteknya super.
Van der Ven scored a brilliant goal to give Tottenham the lead, taking over the centre-half goal-scoring mantle from Christian Romero today. But Burnley levelled on the stroke of half-time through Axel Twanzebe. Tottenham are going to make a change. Destiny Udogi is going to come on, and Pedro Porro is the man who's going off, which would... oh no, there is some confusion. We'll check that in a moment. Is indeed being replaced here by Destiny Udogi as we await the second half. So Burnley and Tottenham are locked together at 1-1. And it's Burnley who start the second half, having barely been in the first. But Kyle Walker's cross put away by Axel Transibi after Spurs have controlled so much of that first half. It's a goal that would have hurt. And Doggy made his first start since early December against Dortmund. Coming on for the second half here. As Jadon Anthony looks to get away. Bissouma holding him up.
Yeah, I think he's a bit fortunate there, Bissouma. Pulling on Jadon Anthony's shirt as well. I've got to say the referee, Peter Banks, was up to speed, but should see that. Nothing changes for Tottenham. You look at Jed Spence on this right-hand side, having that energy up and down. End product with Doggy, the same principle applies.
Danso. Spence. Hooked on by Spence. Solanke. Florentino. Here's Ogachukwu. Edwards scored his first Premier League goal, and what a place to do it at Anfield last week. So many years in Tottenham's academy before he moved to Sporting Lisbon. Here he is again. Ogachukwu. Step now for Lucas Perez. Burnley lifted considerably by their equaliser at the end of the first half. Lucas Perez here for Jadon Anthony, and he slips it through for Breuer, and it's Mickey van der Ven, of course it is, who gets there.
Just again the quality going forward there from Burnley. Jadon Anthony, fantastic ball into him, way to pass. Breuer, excellent run. Just look at Van de Ven already anticipating it. He's onside. The challenge is outstanding. Fantastic defensive challenge here just to get the touch in. Can't do anything more there. You're thinking, Breuer, can he get the chance away earlier, the opportunity away earlier? Doesn't get that chance. Fantastic defensive ability there.
Mickey van der Ven doing Mickey van der Ven kind of stuff. A terrific challenge. Anthony for Florentino. Edwards. Lucas Perez. Anthony ready to send this in, but it veers away from Transibi.
Yeah, I just think it's unforced, isn't it? Can he get at his man? I understand that you'd rather put too much on it than it be too short and be cut out. A lot of bodies in there, he's got to try and have better quality.
Parker's 75th Premier League match. He's only won 12. He won promotion to the Premier League with Fulham, Bournemouth and Burnley. It's a poor touch from Humphreys. Solanke now. Jed Spence. Simons waiting for the cross. There was a fair force on the cross, mine, but it's going to be picked up here by Udogie. Spurs may not be finished yet. Simons, Solanke, Dubravka with another big save.
I've got to say it's outstanding from Tottenham, isn't it? I think James Spence, he had to put the pace on the cross itself for Simons. And then it's just a reaction save from Dubravka off the Solanke header there. But great quality going in the box.
Breuer chasing this, but Van der Ven got there first. No surprise there.
He's outstanding, isn't he? Just everything about him. He's mobile, technically. they've got that fantastic ability, but goes and wins his aerial duels in the box. His position and his decision making is second to none. It's a fantastic save, isn't it? It's an excellent little ball in, great little pocket as well, Simons, and then the movement from Solanke, gets that contact, gets good power on it as well, just a reaction save any side of the Bravka there. He's in trouble.
Edwards, Breyer. Oh, that was quite something from Lucas Perez. It's a stop though by Breyer. And Danso.
Well, I don't think there is a little push. Yeah, I've got to say, I think Peter Banks has got that one spot on. You're looking at great little bit of trickery as well from Lucas Perez. Danso, right position, but I think Breyer, what can you argue about, you know, to the referee there?
Basuma, Spence. Romero, Solanke came to meet it. Drifted away from Odegaard. Making his 50th appearance for Spurs against his former club. He only spent a season here at Turf Moor before heading to London. Basuma, Danso. Jed Spence. Odegaard nearby. Tino has gone down. He's holding his head as well, so Peter Banks is going to have to stop play.
Yeah, I don't think there's any intention in it. I think that just the arm comes up. There is contact. It's a natural thing as you're going between players. Just catch you unguarded, yeah, just a hand in the face there. It is a sore when you're actually trying to go in, you're not expecting it.
We'll be ready to go again soon.